What's going on, Modern Chodes? It's your boy Long Neil, back again with another new video, and in today's video we're going over the hot post from r/EntitledParents. Let's get into it. My mom turned her guest room into a nursery after I told her she'll never meet my child. I'm currently pregnant with my first child, and both my mom and stepdad have been terrible to me and my partner the entire time. Told us we would be unfit parents because we aren't married yet. Legitimately screamed at my partner for knocking up their little girl, even though we planned the pregnancy. I finally decided to cut contact with them a few months after I found out I was pregnant. Having a child can already be a stressful time, and having them around to make it worse was not something I was okay with. If they can't be nice to my partner, then they don't get to see our baby. Plus, they are the kind of people who don't wear masks in public and actively choose to be in large gatherings with no social distancing. So, them seeing a newborn is out of the question. One day, I sent my mom a very detailed email of why she is not allowed to be a part of my life anymore and will not be seeing her grandchild. To make things even better, I also noted that we will be moving across the country shortly after she is born to be closer to other family members. So, not only is she cut off, but we're literally moving far away and never coming back. She responds by showing up at our house at 11 p.m., screaming outside our door about how it's her baby and she deserves to be there for it. I tell her to piss off, and eventually she leaves. Months go by, and she will text me randomly, asking about technical problems with her Wi-Fi router or something and needs help. Little things like that don't mean much to me, and I sent her the info she needed. My cousin also had a virtual baby shower and sent my invitation to my mom's house accidentally, so my mom came by to give it to me. Things slowly came to a point that we were fairly amicable with each other, but I still stood my ground about our boundaries and nothing else had changed. She knew this. Then she sends me a video today that blew my mind. She redecorated her entire guest room to be a nursery. Crib, changing table, $400 worth of newborn clothes, toy, chest, stroller, a car seat for her car, and the list goes on. In the video, she's in tears saying, "Oh my God, I can't believe my baby's gonna be here soon. This is where she'll sleep, where I'll change her little diapers. These will be her toys." Is she psychotic? Her baby sleeping and living at her house? What? So I call her up immediately and I reiterate that we are still moving across the country soon and that she will have no contact with the baby before that. Her response? "Oh, okay, we'll see about that." Genuinely confused. What part of "you will have no contact with this baby" does she not understand, or things will change in the next few weeks when she's born? Is she planning on stealing her from us? I'm at a loss for words. Edit. Wow, so many great tips from you guys. Thanks for the advice. I showed my partner the comments I've been getting, and I think we're starting to take this more seriously, and I'll be contacting the lawyer on Monday. I wanted to mention a couple things to clarify as well. 1. I've been seeing a psychotherapist the past few months strictly due to the relationship I have with my mother throughout my life, and all of that is documented. My midwife and hospital is also very aware of the situation and the emotional stress I've been going through. So we will definitely be utilizing this in the case that she tries to sue us or call CPS. Also, due to the virus, only my partner is allowed to be with me during the birth anyway. We will be keeping things hush until after we move. 2. We would have moved months ago if it was financially possible for us. We also spent a lot of money on my birth center here that is non-refundable. She's due in August and our lease ends in September. We already have everything set up to move and our other family is helping us out. Just a waiting game at this point. 3. My partner is my power of attorney if something happens to me during the birth. 4. We are currently in a state that is against grandparents' rights. The only way she would be able to sue for visitation is if both myself and my partner were deceased. Even after we move, she still cannot file for GPS if she is living in this state. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry that you have to deal with an absolute nut job like your mom. Like, seriously. If she's not going to quarantine herself, then it's plain and simple, you don't get to see the baby. Let alone the fact that she's just been an awful mother to you in the first place, and you don't want that energy around your grandkid, which is completely understandable. And then, after you blatantly tell her multiple times, I don't care, you're not seeing her, she goes and basically makes a whole entire nursery for her and says, oh, I'm taking her whether you like it or not. That sounds a bit like a threat. Maybe time to get the ops involved, huh? Like, oh, I'm sorry that you had to deal with this, and I'm glad that you decided to move across the country where she can no longer get all over you all the time. So, hope your move goes well. It's your fault my children won't eat today. Saw another post that reminded me of this incident. I can't provide screenshots as this was close to 10 years ago, but I'll recount it as best as I can. For months before this, I'd been very ill. Should I lay on the couch throwing up water or go to the hospital kinda sick? I eventually found out I had developed an illness that required me to change my entire diet. So I went through my kitchen and boxed up maybe 80% of the canned and dry food I had. The box was too big and heavy for me to even get into my car. So I posted it online as a first come, first serve offering. Shelf table food for free. People dropped by throughout the day to pick through the box and grab what they wanted. Near the end of the day, it was still half full, and I had an email requesting a full list of everything that was in the box, including brand names and flavors. I said no. It was a big box. I was exhausted, and people were welcome to leave what they didn't want. Entitled mom. Well, my kids are picky eaters, so I won't come get it if you don't tell me what you have. Me. I understand. If you change your mind, you have my address. Entitled mom. No, I need this food for my kids. Just take pictures of everything if you're too lazy to write it down. Yeah, that's not something I'm able to do right now. Best of luck. I just want you to know it's your fault my kids won't eat today. At this point, I was just frustrated and wanted the stuff off my porch. So I called the local food bank and they sent someone to get it within a few hours. 2 days later, I'm awoken from a nap by a pounding on my front door. She'd changed her mind and come to get the food after all, and wanted to know where it was hidden. I told her I had donated it after she indicated she wouldn't come get it, and she was incensed. I had to close the door in her face and threaten to call police to get her to stop screaming and leave my house. Oh, this is what scares me about putting your address out there. Like, crazy people like this now know where you live. So always think twice before you just go willy-nilly posting stuff and having them come pick it up from your actual home address. And also, this entitled mom, yeah, it's not your fault at all that her children won't eat today. It's her fault because she wasn't even willing to make the sacrifice of probably a short drive to go see what was in the free food box that her kids liked. So if your kids don't eat today, it's your fault for being lazy and not being willing to go and take the extra, 15 to 30 minutes so that your kids could eat. Like, yeah, you're an awful mom. Mom can't wait in line for her food. So the details are a bit shaky, as this happened when I was 11 years old. Me and my parents were at a hotel which had an open buffet for breakfast. There was an area where you could tell a chef what type of eggs you want and what toppings. There were only 4 people in line. An elderly woman at the front, the mom and her child in the middle, and me at the end. The chef was making the elderly woman's eggs when the mom says, "My son wants this type of egg." The chef said, "Wait, ma'am, I'm busy." The mom scoffs. When the chef finishes the egg, the mom goes, "Can you listen to me now? My son is really hungry." Then finishes her child. "He acted as if you didn't exist, right?" The son, "Yeah, right." Mom in a sarcastic tone, "You don't exist, right?" Son, "Yeah." The chef was asked her how she would like her egg. Mom, "He will have 2 scrambled eggs." The chef then cracks 2 eggs in. Mom, "That is too much for my son. Throw the egg away." Chef, "You asked for 2 eggs." Mom, "But that is too much for my son." Chef, "That'd be a waste of eggs." Mom, "Just throw it." The chef threw the egg in the bin and makes her a new one. She then took the egg and went, looking annoyed. I then told the chef what I wanted and smiled at him while he was making it and said thanks at the end. Yeah, you're lucky that chef didn't throw those eggs in your face. This mom is absolutely nuts. And the fact that she tries to use her son like, oh, you don't exist, right? Like, that's not what this dude was doing. He was busy, and so he was asking you to wait so that he could get your order correct. And then he does get your order correct with the 2 eggs, and you go, actually, I only want 1 egg. Like, oh, I feel so bad for the chef and just people in general that have to deal with people like this at their jobs. These people are the worst. They make every job unbearable. Like, oh, just be a nice person. It's really simple. All right, Modern Chodes, that's it for the hot post from r/EntitledParents. If you enjoyed the video, please make sure to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications. And of course, share this video with your friends. Till next time, peace.